Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, madam. Yeah. It has to come to full screen, madam.
This is on full screen.
It's not in full screen. Slideshow.
Yeah, I'll just do that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, madam.
Yeah, thank you. So, respected dignitaries, this faculties, students, a very good morning to you all. I express my thanks to Govt Degree College of Pithapuram, Andhra Pradesh, and Dr. Ilya for giving me this opportunity. And I'm so overwhelmed with your kind introduction. So to move on to what we are going to talk about, revolutionizing e-commerce, the need of R, right? Because of the pandemic, we are facing so many problems. So how could we, what is the need of the R for today, right? We are going to talk about that for today. So when we move on, we look at some of the beautiful quotes. If your business is not on the internet, then your business will be out of business. That's what Bill Gates says. And the Walmart CEO says you can't just open a website and expect people to flood it. If you really want to succeed, you have to create traffic. That is all what we are going to talk about, e-commerce. And best motivational speaker, Sudha Murthy, says mindset has more power than anything else in the world, because if you change your mindset, you have everything happening today. The CEO or the CMO of Airbnb, Jonathan Mindhall, says amazing things will happen when you listen to the consumers. And ideas as no one's monopoly. Think big, think fast, think ahead. That's what's the quote of Dhirubhai Ambani, who's the whole and soul of Reliance Industries, who has brought this Reliance Industries into realization, into what we see today, right? So moving on to the next slide, you talk about e-commerce. E-commerce basically is nothing but dealing in goods and services through electronic media, right? And that is called as e-commerce. Dealing in goods or services what you sell, but through an electronic media. You have to use internet as a media to sell your goods and services. E-commerce or e-business, that's what you call, is carrying on a business with help of internet and by using information technology like electronic data interchange, that is EDI. It relates to website of a vendor selling or providing services directly from its portal to the customers. That is what all is e-commerce is about, right? Yes, again, e-commerce, that E is changing. If you see that E is changing and is taken up by M, the word M, that is the mobile commerce is coming. The M commerce is coming. That is mobile commerce through your smartphones. You don't need a laptop, you don't need a tab, you don't need anything now. Everything is possible with just your mobile, right? It is moving fast in India. Mobiles. There is a little bit of disturbance. Okay, yeah. So e-commerce, as more Indians get into their smartphones to buy stuff online, from a technology perspective, on that small screen, you can discover anything, all your products. You can as well as make payments from various payment options. right? So there are a wide range of things which are available. There are a wide range of opportunities which are available. Whoever can solve these challenges faster and in a sustainable manner can challenge the status of e-commerce market. They can be the rulers in the e-market, right? E-commerce market. Then we move next. You can see shopping on the tab of a button. Everything is available. Number of online shoppers, 50 millions in 2015. And estimated in 2020 as 320 millions. It's just not double or triple, it's 6 times more in just 5 years. You could see the market share of Indian economy measures, that's what the Economic Times says, that 45% is Flipkart with Myntra, Snapdeal is 26%, Amazon India, we talk about 12%, Paytm is about 7%. So that is what e-commerce is all about. As you all know, the process of e-commerce, everyone knows, I believe, that uh, it is like the customer orders from a laptop or a smartphone, right? He selects a product, whatever he likes, he adds it to the cart, right? He gets the payment details, he pays it to the bank. After the payment details are done, after there is a yes sign that okay, he has paid, from the warehouse, it's moving to the shipping, and again, it's reaching the customers within that validated time period, right? So one thing is, don't you think it is creating employment also? Because you need, yes, so many of warehouses, you need shipping people to ship those process, those items, right, to the customers. So it is also providing, e-commerce is also providing employment to the ITs, right? To make all the softwares easy, banking softwares. Yes, of course, it is opening a wide range of employment to the warehouse industries and of course to the shipping industries. That is all what is the process of e-commerce is. As you all know, India went into lockdown in March this year due to the coronavirus pandemic. With gradual reopening of the market in India is on the path of recovery. Yes, for first 2-3 months, all the market were closed. They were having a tough time. While offline retail continues to see a tepid response. All the offline, all the shops are closed, right? There are still wearing of stepping into crowded places. Online retail has taken off. Coronavirus impact is just not physical, but it is temperamental. It is psychological. It is ergonomic, and it is there to stay for a long period of time. It is just not a period of 2 or 3 months, right? We are going to face these problems for a longer period of time. So as most of the startup leaders, right, and the entrepreneurs are looking for exit strategies, they are exiting from the market, they are planning to close down the market, right? Some of have even closed the market. Aspiring employees project and the ideas which were to bloom up into reality may take ages to substantiate because of this economic crisis we are facing past this 6 months. Times are rough, but only the tougher ones would survive in this kind of atmosphere, right? So we have to uh, talk about not the negative things. We have to see the positive things, what we are going to gain from such kind of situation. Let us look at some of the few sectors. I don't want to go into those graphs and basics. We are just going to talk about the basic things which we see in e-commerce market. So we are going to look at few sectors which has been a model, business model, and they are going to be there. They are making profit even during this period of crisis. Yes, for a substantial period of 1 or 2 months, yes, they were a little bit backward, but now they have started growing. To talk about e-commerce, right? The first sector we are going to discuss is about e-commerce and delivery-based services. With national lockdown imposed in various countries and social distancing, right? We see so many of shops being close, right? So there are certain key players who are still there in the market. Online shopping has a benefit that you don't have to go out to shop and waste time because we have to maintain social distancing. COVID is there everywhere, you could see, right? So everything is delivered at your doorstep. Even small stores are giving home delivery. In the coming time, people will prefer buying online rather than going to the stores, right? They're scared. The shopping habits of consumers is changing rapidly because of the COVID situation today. To stay in competition, business have started to sell what's importantly present. You could see most of the textile industries, what did they do? They did a shift change. They did a shift change of making a mask. They were providing masks, they were providing PPE kits for the doctors, for the people around, right? So they changed their strategy and they gain a profit. Maybe that profit not be to a greater extent, but yes, they change the strategies. They made profit in the market, and yes, they are there in the market today. They did not need to close. So if you change the strategy, there was sudden rise of those local sanitizers everywhere. You could see people are previously, if you see the mask price was higher on the higher side. There was those only N95 masks which were used, but now they have come up with masks made up of clothing, right? So this market has, again, the local market people are bringing in the local things, right? So some e-commerce sellers are adding like soaps, as I said, sanitizers and other hygienic products to meet the consumer demands, because that is the need of the hour today, right? Mintra held its end of season. If you could see, just in June 19 and 22, right? So they had this end of the season sales from June 19 to June 22 by Flipkart and Amazon have already unveiled their sales campaign. Today you see everywhere, west side, if you go, there is 50% sale, there is 80% sale, right? And they have provided you online shopping. You don't have to go there and buy, right? You will get wherever you are sitting, you can just buy online. You can sit at your home and buy whatever things are required, right? If you talk about, we are talking about all the players, like we have Flipkart, we have Amazon, we have Snapdeal, we have Nykaa, we have Myntra, Jabong, eBay, Shopclues, or we talk about Swiggy, we talk about Zomato, Misho, Big Basket, right? Or Dunzo. So this are providing things. They are entered into grocery markets, right? E-commerce and delivery based sectors are booming at large even in this crisis period. These offer a sale and they maintain a distance way to procure essentials and the non-essential commodities. So when we will talk about certain key players, right? We will talk about Amazon.com, talking about in Indian way, right? In India, Amazon is one of the best example of thriving e-commerce business that initially began its retailing platform. However, with the passage of time, they have moved their operation online and become one of the largest e-commerce platform in the global world. Right? Everywhere you could see Amazon, and they have created a loyalty. They have won the trust of people. You see generalized merchandise like Amazon, Flipkart, Snapdeal, Shopclues, Infibeam, or Paytm. Today you do all your payments through Paytm or through Google Pay, right? Fashion and accessories, you take the name of Myntra and Coos, which is providing you fashions and accessories. The baby products, First Cry, or the Baby's World, or Hopscotch, or Baby Doodles. They are providing you all the baby products. Uh, yes. Are you having a question? Somebody raised a hand. We will give you a time at the end. I will take just 10 minutes and you can just ask questions about it. Do you have a question?
Yeah, problem.
I am not able to hear you.
Cross on Dangare వచ్చింది కదా
Madam, that is just a small disturbance, I think. We are controlling here.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yeah.
So, somebody raised their hand, so I thought they have a question.
Maybe accidentally they might have touched that.
Okay, fine, fine.
We will go ahead, madam.
Okay, yeah. So we were talking about groceries like big basket, which is providing you groceries. Even Amazon is coming into grocery market. They're providing you all the home deliveries, right? Health and personal care like NetMeds, Health Cart or Nika. They're providing you all the health and personal care products, right? Then we talk about Flipkart. Flipkart, which is like all the gadgets, books, home appliances, computer peripherals, one of the most popular e-commerce website out there. Its strength is offering books at a discount. Yes, they are offering books. Even Amazon Prime is offering you books at a discounted rate. So Flipkart has a vast collection of cell phones, cameras, everything you can say, name it, laptops, games, right? So these products are you are getting at your home, right, at a discounted rate. So this is how in e-commerce, even during this crisis period, these key players are playing well in e-commerce, right? Then we talk about the second sector. We talked about business-based sectors. Now we talk about financial services, right? What are financial services now? And NBFC. These are the services which provide funds. They are not related to banks or anything. NBFCs are full form of non-banking financial companies, like we have Muthoot Financial Service, we have Birla, we have Aditya Birla, we have Fullerton, we have ILFS, right? We have India Bulls, we have DHFL, we have Religare, we have LIC, who provides funds for various small scale industries. So NBFC's full form, as I said, non-banking financial company, has been registered under the Company Act 1956. These non-banking financial companies engage in business of loans and advances, acquisitions of shares, stock, bonds, and debentures and securities. So they help the companies, the organization, right? These are entities which provide bank-like financial services, but do not hold a banking license. That is one drawback of NBFCs. Of course, each segment has its drawback, because it does not hold a banking license, but still it can provide you loans and financial services. Therefore, NBFCs are not bound by banking regulations. They do not have any banking regulations, and oversight to which the traditional banks have to adhere. So since they do not have regulations, they have their own private sectors, like they provide you financial services. NBFCs, yes, they are regulated by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and Reserve Bank of India. Right. The government has a little bit control over these NBFCs, right? Looking at the financial needs of the India, there is wide scope of NBFCs in every relevant sector, because it's a total loss for some of the sectors. Yes, NBFCs are providing a futuristic approach which will reap the benefit, right? So NBFCs have emerged as a large employment generators by lending their support to small scale business and companies. So they are providing funds, right? And to retain their growth and momentum, the non-banking financial companies need to keep upgrading themselves. Then taking this as passing phase, the NBFCs must get ready and anticipate the future market based on post-COVID-19 scenario, and work towards how to grab the available opportunities that will be thrown open to them. Like, yes, there will be lots of opportunities, like the small scale industries who have losses. They can move toward this NBFCs and take loans for their future funding. They can fund, these can fund them for their future businesses, right? So this is one of the sector which has been growing even in the crisis period. Then everybody knows about the OTT platform, right? Netflix, you have you have Google Play, you have YouTube, uh, and you have Z5, you have Disney Hotstar, you have Woot. So these OTT platforms, over the top platforms, have gained immense popularity during this COVID period. People cannot go out. People could not watch movies. There were so many movies which came. There were many movies which were not released because of the COVID. So they got this opportunity to get released on the OTT platform, and people are enjoying these movies sitting at home, right? They do not have to go to the theaters and watch these movies, but they can watch them at the ease at their home place, right? To counter the loss, many Indian production houses are striking deals. If you see, the production houses are at a toss today. 6 months, no, there has been no production at all, right? But with the help of OTT platforms, yes, they are coming up, right? Amazon, you have Amazon Prime, you have Netflix. The lockdown has benefited the streaming platform. You have so many serials coming up. You see so many advertised coming up on your, flashing up on your mobile cell. So every year and then, right? About these OTT platforms. So Netflix added a record of 16 million new subscribers in first quarter of 2020. So they had 16 million subscribers, just imagine. And its share price reaching at all-time high as to $454 in May 2020. See, so we say that people are not benefiting during this, there is a loss, but these platforms are gaining, the e-commerce business is gaining something, right? Then we talk about even in the global competitor, Amazon Prime, or the local competitor Z5, Balaji Telfilms, or Disney Plus Hotstar have seen their subscribers base grow to 60 to 80%. People have started liking this OTT platforms, over the top platforms, right? Woot meanwhile has decided to bring content that addresses the needs of consumers in lockdown. In addition to educational content, Woot plans to stream health and wellness related programs, right? So not only entertainment programs, they are into education field, right? They are providing education field. They are also providing, they're streaming health and wellness to people, and people are at ease sitting at home and watching them. So these businesses are coming up slowly and steadily. People are liking to watch this. One of the online, yes, yes. One of the thing is, when we could not move out, we could not go for entertainment, we could not go for events. These events are held online now, right? Previously we used to go for movies, but those classical things, or the the events which were happening, right, are happening. They're online now, and you can book your ticket. Book My Show, which was basically for booking your tickets, now has recently launched live from headquarters. They have started this new thing about going live, right? A new series which brings live entertainment to people's living room. So you don't have to go and attend those programs. They come right into your place, right? These are live stream events across comedy theaters, so plays, dramas, everything. You can watch them live, spoken word, dance, music, featuring India's leading artists, bands, and performers. So these shows can be viewed on Instagram live after registration on the Book My Show at a nominal fee. So this is like, everything is being provided. So e-commerce, how it has changed. See this changing scenario. When we had to go out and see these events, these performers, these bands, these artists. Today they are coming, they're giving us live performance at sitting at home. You just have to pay a nominal fee, right? So this is how e-commerce has grown, and OTT platforms on online gaming. Everywhere you see those people going, even the kids are going crazy for PUBG, which is banned now. But yes, There are so many online gaming zones which are coming, which people are liking, right? And they are enjoying those gaming zones. Then the other platform, yes, pharma and life sciences. Another major sector that came out to be winner is the pharma, life sciences, and pathology sector during the COVID, right? Online pharma retail is becoming the next battleground for e-commerce players seeking to build a high-frequency play in India, right? So Flipkart, Amazon, Big Basket, and Swiggy are all in exploratory talks to acquire partners or to invest in online pharma players. See, including the MedPlus, MedLife, Pharmacy Easy, and Myra, according to entrepreneurs, investors, and industry executives. For e-commerce leaders, the online medical delivery category represents a significant strategic opportunity. Only there are certain stringent government rules which are not allowing this medicine facilities to be provided or delivered because yes, there could be malpractices, lots of malpractices which could happen. But yes, if you are delivering it online, it is very much this thing that the medical, the pharma industries have to keep a record of all the things, of all the online transactions, to whom they are given, what prescription, who has given the prescription, for what it has been prescribed. It is mandatory for them to keep the records of such online pharmaceutical industry, right? Then we talk about the interest in e-pharmacy has increased. Yes, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in June issued a draft policy for regulating these sectors, promising a better clarity for online medicines delivery, right? As I said, Flipkart and Amazon, they already are making mergers or they're merging with another company so that they could provide this online pharma to all the people. So that is one of the industry which is growing in the market. Yes, and tech. We are all teachers, many of them are teachers, right? We are facing a lot of problem with the education system. It's been 6 months and the students have not been taught. But yes, we have searched a solution for that, right? Online education, tutoring, web course, etc. have become up to be the need of hour when schools and education institutes are closed. Irreplaceable, the online education sector is observing a sudden surge. People from all ways of life, from every of the COVID-19 and all the nations are looking up to alternative convention teaching and learning. We have Zoom platform, which is available free. Yes, for certain period of time, yes, it is available free. But see, even the online, the e-commerce session is making money out of it, because what happens is Zoom, yes, they are giving free for certain period of time, but if you like those services, you are buying those services, right, for a month's period. So Zoom, you talk about Google Meet, which is provided free, online teaching solution. You talk about Skype, you talk about Hangout, you talk about free conferences, you talk about WebEx, you talk about GeoChat, which is one of leading thing coming up in India, the GeoChat, right? And people are liking it. So they are having all the classes because people are afraid to send their children in schools. So this, because in schools there won't be any social distancing which could be maintained. So edtech sectors is tapping on every possible entity they have, and also which is convenient, which is holistic and more sustainable for time until we have permanent cure for COVID-19 pandemic, right? So schools have started the recent changes. You could see we are having online exams, we are having MCQ patterns of exams. That is again e-commerce, right? So we say that industries have closed down in this pandemic. Yes, it was there, but this e-commerce session is coming up, it's booming up, right? And it is providing so much of opportunities for the young generation, because yes, they are tech savvy. For us for the older generation, okay, they cannot be so much tech savvy, but the young generation which is coming up, which are tech savvy, there is lots and lots of scope coming up for them, right? For every sector. So that was about the education. Yes, apart from that, one more sector we could talk about is manage office spaces. Now, everyone, most of, yeah, for 2 months, people are sitting at home, but then they started working online, right? So, this sector is coming up, managing office spaces. Another sector that would rise above the rest is the managing the office space for corporates, startups, and commercial real estates. Now, what is happening with the prevailing wave of remote working culture, right? People are working at home, combined with business cutting cost. Aggressively, the need for cost-efficient, comfortable, managed office space is observed. So people are working at home. You don't require that much infrastructure for your office. So this new thing is coming up. This new business, e-business is coming up where you can have an office setup which is at a smaller space, right? So when you have an office at a smaller space, you can tell the people working, they can work from home. So this is going to cut down the cost of the infrastructure. This is going to cut down the other costs, right? People are working at home. They are being paid for working at home. They are working for those particular hours. And yes, of course, they are making profit out of it. So why do you need that big infrastructure? Right, so you can cut down this one. This one sector is booming up, wherein yes, with people unlikely to travel to work, their managed office spaces would provide a suitable alternative to need at the hand. The SMEs and even corporate bodies are looking forward to cost cuts in order to balance things out, and these spaces provide the perfect solution to the same. These are safer than conventional offices, office hubs, and come for a fraction of operational cost for the same. So people are going for such kind of spaces, small spaces. They're managing spaces, cutting down their cost with such small spaces, right? So this is one of the benefits or the booming sector which is coming up today, right? Then, yes, when we talk about the benefits, what are the benefits of e-commerce to an organization? Uh, yes, of course, benefits to the organization, to the companies is they have a global reach. Just with a click of button, right? You're just not reaching your own country, you're reaching apart all the countries. You're reaching, Amazon is everywhere. Amazon is not only in India, it is everywhere in each part. And they are shipping products everywhere, right? Cost reduction because, yes, there are local marketers, Amazon, Flipkart, eBay, all these are having local markets, right? So they are purchasing these products from the local market. So there is lots of cost reduction which is happening. Supply chain improvement because, yes, you get the delivery within the stimulated time. If they say it's 4 to 5 days, yes, the product does comes to you because they have a supply chain. They don't need to send the product from that particular place. If you order somewhere out, yes, there are local markets, there are supply chains which are providing you those products nearby to your place. So the supply chain has improved, and this is beneficial for the organization. Of course, you can shop anytime, even at 12 o'clock in the midnight. If you want to shop, you can shop. Otherwise, if you are going to a local market or malls, they are not open, right, at 12 midnight. If you feel like here, you feel like buying or purchasing any product, these online products are available for you 24/7 into 365 days, right? And with just a click of button, you see, you search on the product, right? You like the product, you book the product, and it's there, right? So low entry cost, for the organization, it's a low entry cost, and of course, improved customer relation, because you have a good relationship with the customers, right? So you maintain that relation, and you then there is a loyalty for the customers, right? So with this is one of the benefit of e-commerce. Like when we talk about the branded products, you don't you don't even think twice before buying those products. When you talk about certain Tata products, or when you think about the other products like Nike, right? You don't think second time whether that product will be good. You just buy it because of that particular brand name, right? Benefits to the consumers. This was the benefits to the organization. Uh, how it is beneficial for the consumers is, yes, we have more product and services. There are many players who are coming up today in e-commerce market. So you have lots and lots of variety to select. If you go to a shop, you have a limited variety. Here you have a variety of products and services. You can select from those varieties. Yes, because they are made in bulk, cheaper products and services are available. You can get it, you can avail it, because it's directly from the vendor, directly it comes to the consumer, right? So of course, instant delivery. Time will come, maybe because the supply chain is improved in the organization, and cost reduction, and 24 by 7 and 365 days, right? Services which are given by the organization. It may happen that you order today morning and the products comes to you by evening. So that is going to happen after some days. They are thinking, they are planning, the key players are planning for such kind of services to be given to the consumers, right? And participation in auctions. OLX is the best, where you can have an auction and you can get that particular thing at a least cost, right? And yes, for the consumers, you get to compare the product. There is a lot of players in the market, so you can compare the product and then buy the product whatever you want, right? So this is how e-commerce has been beneficial for the organization, for their growth and for the profit, and how it is beneficial for the consumers, right? Today though, it's like you cannot move out. You have to have that social distancing. So for the consumers, just with a click of button, everything is coming at your home, even the local kirana. The brick and mortar system is going. The brick and mortar system, which was followed years together, is moving out, right? When you used to go to the local kirana and buy things, now everything is at your doorstep. You just have to click and they send you all. Yes, and one more beneficial thing to the consumers is you can give cash on delivery, right? You see the product, you feel the product. Okay, you buy it, checking it, but if you feel the product is faulty, you can send it back, right? So you can give the cash after the product comes to you, not before. So you don't have to pay beforehand. You can purchase that product when the product comes to you. So there are these cash and delivery products which are coming in the market. So these is how e-commerce is beneficial for the organization and consumers. Of course, it has, like a coin has both a good and bad side. Even e-commerce is having its disadvantages, right? So major challenges what e-commerce is facing in industry is poor knowledge and awareness. People are not aware of such product facilities. Now they are getting aware. People like don't get to feel the product, so they think that how the product will come to them, right? The touch and feel factor, what we call, when they see the product, when they know how the product is. So this is one of the problem which is faced by e-commerce industries in India. People are going because there is no choice right now when they want to buy, and there is only choice of online. And once people feel confident, or once they like the products, I don't think so they are going to go to the shops and buy it again, because they will be habitualized to buy the products online because they know that the products are good, right? Yes, there is a poor knowledge and awareness. People are not knowing about such products, that they are available at the click of a button online, right? Logistic and shipment services are a little bit poor. Them, e-commerce business will grow like anything in India. Cash on delivery, yes, that is again, people sometimes when the product comes, they do not buy again back. So the organization who is sending you the product sometimes goes for a toss because you don't buy the product. Then fear factor, whether that product reaching to you is good or bad, right? Then you have tax structure, stringent rules of government, which are changing now, right? They are approving the online sector. We will look at it later. So these are changing, and they are being allowed to play in the market, right? One very big problem e-commerce industry is facing in India is about online security because of the hackers and so many things happening in online transactions. So many frauds coming up. People are a little bit, they think before buying online, right? So that is one of the major challenge faced by e-commerce in industry. Uh, they're scared about the online transaction, whether, yes, because so many things you listen that there are so many frauds which are happening in online transactions, right? So that's these are the major challenges which Indian consumers are facing in e-commerce. Future of e-commerce. When you talk about e-commerce, how futuristic e-commerce has. Some of the major developments which happened pre-COVID and which happened between the COVID period was in Indian e-commerce sectors was in August 2019, Amazon acquired 49% stake in unit of Future Group. See, that was one good thing. Then January 20, just a pre of COVID, when COVID was just beginning, right? Again, Divine Solitaries launched its e-commerce platform. In February 2020, Flipkart set up a furniture experience center in Kolkata, its first online presence in Eastern India. So that was its first store in Eastern India. That was online furniture shop, right? In April 2020, Reliance Industries started home delivery of essentials in partnership with the local kirana shops. That was the time when just COVID had just started. So all the products were, with the help of local kiranas, Reliance Industries started this major thing, like providing all these facilities at the doorstep, right? In April 20, Swiggy received an additional US 43 million funding as a part of its ongoing series around, right? In May 20, PepsiCo India partnered with Dunzo, that is an Indian snack company. Food branches branded that include Lay's, Kurkure, Doritos, and Quakers. So PepsiCo entered its market with the help of Dunzo, right? In May 20, chocolate makers Hershey India partnered with Swiggy and Dunzo to launch their flagship online store in order to increase the reach. So those Hershey's chocolates started coming in India in May 2020. That is how online business started. Then in union budget, if you see 2021, government has allocated rupees 8,000 crores, that is 1.24 billion US dollars, to Bharat Net project to provide broadband service to 150,000 gram panchayat. So networking is increasing. It's going in the deeper sides, in the deeper areas of India. So wherein they can start this online transaction. So this was the union budget which was declared. Then Reliance will invest some 20 lakh thousand crores in the telecom business to expand its broadband. Of course, they have come up with Geo, which is provided free, right? So they have already spent 2.86 million, 2.86 billion US dollars in telecom business, right? So they can provide broadband and e-commerce presence and to offer 5G services. Gone are the days of 4G, now 5G is coming into existence, where we can get a quicker access to all this e-commerce business, right? Then we move on to e-commerce penetration rates are forecasted. That is the research done by Market Watch in 20 that from 15% in 2020 to 25%, 10% increase by 2025. How that is how e-commerce penetration rate is going to increase in India. Then we talk about the growth factors, the Indian advantage, how India is having advantage. Like if you see, just a second. Am I audible?
Yes, madam, you are audible.
Okay, I think so. The presentation is on. Yeah.
Yes, madam.
Okay, I thought it's gone.
No, no, no.
Okay. I wanted to go on to the previous slide. Yeah, wait, just a second.
Sure, sure, madam.
Yeah. So, how India has made advantages? India is fastest growing e-commerce market and is expected to grow in approximately 120,000% by 2026. Right? Yes, the FDI rules policies are 100%. FDI is being allowed in business to business e-commerce, right? B2B commerce. Then 100% FDI under the automatic is permitted in marketplace model of e-commerce, right? So that is how India is growing. It's having advantage in the e-market. When we talk about all this, even Reliance Industries, which has made an announcement which could change our shopping culture forever. Reliance Industries has launched the GeoMart, which is currently in beta phase. It is not started as yet, allowing every mom and every pop store to sell its products on this platform. See, so all people can sell their products on Geo platform. See, this is a big achievement. It's just in beta phase, but it will be launched very soon. Even the COVID has not affected it. When every single person or the who wants to be an entrepreneur and sell their products, right? So Geo is giving them this chance. They are giving them this tool, right, to sell the product on online platforms. That is what Amazon is also doing, right? This revolutionized the entire shopping mindset of country. Many other brands saw lockdown and this growing trend as an opportunity and came up with multiple solutions for the online and selling product online, right? It has also created employment. It is to the IT sector. Because of this e-commerce platform, there are so many IT people who will be appointed. There will be boom in the warehouse sectors. There will be boom in the shipping sectors, right? If you talk about Maruti Suzuki, Maruti Suzuki India shared that every second car sold by them over the months of June and July was sold online. See, so selling a car online. So we have reached that height. We have to be more this thing about e-commerce. We have to think more ideas, innovations about bringing e-commerce into reality. Significantly large proportion of the stock market sales and purchases are also happening online since a longer time. You don't have to be physically present. You can do it online. All the stock market sales and purchases are done online. So to meet the customer needs, now one has to go to the customer. Online business is that you have to go to the customers. Customers are not going to come to you to buy the products now. You have to reach the customers. It is a race which has started since the pandemic. It has grown more because people are changing their habits. Not go out, so they're changing their habits.
Hello, dear participants. There is some disturbance. Please mute your audio.
Yes. So this pandemic has changed the scenario. People are going out online for online shoppings, and there are many players have joined the race, right? In near future, we shall see many players across multiple industries joining the e-commerce race and try to make their place in the there would be significant fundamental shift in the way the traditional organization both delivery and drive revenues in new normal digital age, right? So things are happening. Once dust has settled, COVID is settled, right? Some consumers may return to old habits, but what is happening? Many who have found value and satisfaction with the online experiences will persist with their online consumptions, right? They won't stop buying online. In short, in the long term, this will be the inflection point for digital transformation across the ecosystem. So that's what e-commerce, how it has changed during the pandemic, how it has revolutionized, which is the need of our people are going online, people are buying online. There are so many players, new players coming in the market who are providing the services to the consumers at their home, right? The consumers do not have to come and buy the product on their own. Everything is provided to the consumers, because if you see, consumers are the king today, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about e-commerce. To conclude with, so we the 21st young generations with so much of potentials have to come up with ideas, with innovations. Opportunities are knocking down. There are so many opportunities which are coming up, right? They're definitely knocking down. Even during this toughest time, let's ignite the torch of e-commerce and entrepreneurship. We have to rise. We have to walk ahead, observe, explore, and lead the globe. All the best for all the future endeavors. In this e-commerce section, there will be many students who would be liking to go as an entrepreneur and sell their products in the market. So all the best for all such future endeavors. And with this, I stop. I thank you all for listening to me on this topic of revolutionizing e-commerce, the need of R. Any questions you have, you can ask me. You can unmute yourself and you can ask me the questions if you have any questions.
Madam, could you please stop sharing so that we can see in a full view, gallery view?
Yes, yes. I will stop sharing. Yeah.
Professor Teki sir has also joined us.
Yeah, I'm there.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, all of you.
Good morning and welcome to this national webinar, sir.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations, you inaugurated successfully and great.
Yeah, yes, sir. This is the first topic, sir. Madam is going to conclude soon.
Yeah, Sasmitha Dongare.
Yeah, she is from Wilson College, Mumbai, sir.
Okay, good. Right. Okay, let us conclude.
Yeah,
I have already concluded it.
no, we are waiting for some questions from the participants.
Okay.
If they are ready, then we will take some questions and then move on to the next topic. Already sir is waiting. If any questions are there, dear participants, please interact with the resource persons. Madam is there to answer your questions.
Okay, has the slide been closed?
Hello.
No, madam, no.
Hello.
Eliagare, good morning.
Sir, good morning, sir. Dr. TKV, sir.
Thank you.
Madam is online. You can put questions to madam.
Yeah.
Madam, good morning, madam. This is Dr. TKV Srinivas Rao, Vice Principal, PR
Yes.
Government College here in Kakinada.
Yes, hello, sir.
Yeah, you talked about what is e-commerce,
Yes.
its advantages, disadvantages, etc., everything. I want you to shed light on cultural aspects that are related to e-commerce, especially with reference to India. When it comes to cultural context, e-commerce is providing larger platform, especially for recently I have found out that cow dung cakes are being sold by e-commerce, sold through e-commerce platform. And nowadays, there are many other cultural things that can be sold through e-commerce, such
Yes.
as sandalwood can be sold,
Yes.
or something, even flowers,
Yes.
like Vinayaka Patri, flower, leaves, even leaves. So, how e-commerce can change the cultural outlook of new India? What are your ideas? Thank you.
Yes, yes. I would like to, when you talk about Indian traditional and culture, right? I would like to give you a best example, uh, which has happened, right? We are very ritual people. We believe in homes, havans, right? And this tradition is also being carried outside international base, right? We believe we do homes and havans. This is the cultural tradition of India. Like we just started with a nice stavan in the beginning. So when we talk about how online can happen, these things can happen online. Uh, if you remember what is required for homes and havans, when we have those havans made in our house, we need that flat thing of cow dung which is made to ignite the fire, right? We need that. But now, is it available in foreign countries? If you go in the international, there are so many Indians who follow this traditional part, who follow this traditional ritual. Is this available? This cowding flat mold, which is we apply in the homes and how is it applied? Yes, this is going in the international market. They are selling this cowdung flats to international market. There is a there's a big demand. And how does it happen? It's all online business. They have been trading online on the websites. They are giving the information to the people. Even a good example, I could talk about online classes. I just came up with an advertise, and I just thought about it, and I just went for that. Is online classes of dance and arts like Bharatnatyam, Kuchipura is taught online. So this is how online is. Even what you talk about patris, and they are available online. What is happening is we don't, as I said,